and then I will share the screen. Okay. Okay, we have a lot of things to share today. We have to share we have to finish with the APA citation, but I would like you to have a little theory about how to write, yes, for the academia. So I have prepared this just for you. I will play it as a presentation, and let me know, please, if you can see properly, okay? Okay, academic discourse and style. I have mentioned some generalities, but I find it important for you to have all the specific information for you to know how to deal with academic writing, yes? So, academic writing is a process, yes, of many considerations, yes? We have this APA, yes? Audience, purpose, and organization, yes? Audience, purpose, organization, yes? And the message is very important. What you have to take into account, and it's my first question, what do you want to talk about? Yes, the message, yes? The message, the audience, and the purpose. If you see, we have a map. Message, audience, purpose, a map. You have to keep this in mind. Later on, what we have to do is specific organization of the papers, the style, the flow, and the presentation, yes? The audience, we have a specific audience, yes? Why? Because when we understand who are we writing for, we understand which are the parameters that we have to use. If we are writing down, meaning for our students, for kids, for whatever, we're going to use a much informal style. The thing is that we're not going to write down, yes? This writing will be affected because we're going to write up. We're going to show expertise, yes? One thing is when the purpose is the purpose and the strategy. If the audience knows less than the writer's purpose is often instructional. But if it is the other way around, yes, we have to show off. We have to make a display, yes, of familiarity, expertise, intelligence, and intelligibility, yes? The organization. The information is presented to readers in a structured format. This is not creative writing. This is not literature. This has to do with the format, yes? It's a kind of stencil, yes? A stencil to fill in, yes? And it must be in this format, yes? So that it is clear and predictable. I will move this because somebody wants to enter, apparently, because of the noise. I place a noise, okay, no, nobody else is. Okay, so this pattern, this structure.
Rose, sorry. Thomas told me that he is in another subject in Zoom with grammar.
Thomas? Thomas
Yes.
wants to enter or no? He can't attend.
Yes.
Sorry? Sorry?
When he finished grammar, he entered to this class.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so I repeat, yes, this structure, this format must be clear and predictable, yes? Very structured. And now the arrows do not, hey, style. The style must be very, very formal. We're writing up. We are showing how much we have learned. We are showing how much language we dominate, yes? And it's a characteristic, yes, of the academic writing, the formal style, yes? Always we try to use the most formal alternative, yes, when selecting a verb, a noun, or whatever part of speech. I usually write with the thesaurus open. Yes, it's if you write thesaurus, yes, in English, you have a lot of alternatives, yes, and perhaps in mind you can't find a word as a synonym for what you want to write. And the thesaurus helps me a lot with the linkers. Yes, linkers are a fundamental element for the flow of the writing. And nevertheless, sometimes, whenever we use the however, in the other way, in addition, and then just to avoid repetition, we run out of linkers. So it is really very important to use these formal alternatives. Following with the linkers, the flow. The linkers are going to provide this flow, yes, from one statement to another, yes? If the ideas are clearly connected, the reader will follow the text naturally, yes? So this is really very important. And the presentation, yes? This text is going to show how you are. You're going to introduce yourselves to the academia, yes? Imagine entering the most prestigious university and all the big shots are going to read you, yes? So imagine that you're going to dress properly, the best you can look, yes? The very same thing with your writings, yes? The overall format, proofread, yes, for spelling mistakes, for grammar mistakes, or for careless language, yes? Some different ways to say the very same thing, yes? This is really very, very important, yes? So whenever we have an essay, we have the three general, common, and traditional parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. Yes, that's nothing new up to now. But the introduction of the academic writing have three different moves. Yes, the first move is really very important. Yes, why? Because you are determining what you are going to speak about. Yes, that is establishing a research territory. Yes, and then this could be a paragraph. This could be one sentence, 2, 3 sentences. Yes, and then you establish a niche. A niche means a gap, something that requires further information. Yes, so this is really very important. Yes, this would be a kind of thesis, and this is the most important thing. All these three moves, if you read different papers in the most varied areas of expertise, you're going to find these three moves, yes? Establishing what you're going to talk about, and then establishing a niche. Yes, questions?
Sorry,
Please, Monica.
Rose. See, could you repeat? I couldn't understand the meaning of a niche.
Niche. Niche es el nicho. El nicho. ¿Qué parte? O sea, de todo lo que hay en este caso es historia, de todo lo que hay en historia para hablar, vos te vas a dedicar específicamente a este tema. ¿sí?
Okay.
Entonces,
Okay.
vos decís de qué vas a hablar, ¿sí? Vas a
Okay.
hablar de esto, ese es tu tema, pero
Yes.
dentro
Sure.
de ese tema, ¿cuál es
Yes.
tu pregunta? ¿Qué es lo que vos querés demostrar? ¿Qué es lo que vos querés profundizar en el conocimiento? ¿Qué es lo que falta investigar más? ¿Qué aporte le puedo hacer yo a las investigaciones que ya están hechas? ¿Sí? Generalmente se dice que cuando uno no puede encontrar material sobre algo que quiere investigar, está mal, porque generalmente ya está todo investigado. Lo que hacemos es focalizarnos en un aspecto puntual, delimitado y concreto sobre lo que nosotros queremos escribir. ¿Yes? Ahí es cuando el profesor que los ayuda a escribir les dice, narrow down the scope, narrow the scope. Yes, because I can't say, singing in the classroom. Yes, and it has nothing to do. Yes, you have to do, well, what specific possibilities has the music in the classroom for, yes, specific purposes. Hay que empezar a checar y a delimitar nuestro objeto de estudio cada vez más. Todo mi trabajo se va a basar en responder esta pregunta que yo me hago. Una pregunta indirecta es una hipótesis, yes? So my hypothesis would be this, establishing exactly what I want to prove, what I want to research, what I want to enlarge, okay?
Okay.
And then occupying the niche, yes? Here is when I say, occupy, acá empieza however, yes? The topic of feminism has been widely researched from the past centuries. However, yes, the condition of women in the 16th century has not been deeply understood or deeply researched. Or, yes, the purpose of this paper, or the purpose of this work, this would be the third move, yes, and I repeat, general topic. However, I start with the howevering, yes. However, the purpose of this paper, of this work, yes, the purpose of this work, what I do is to occupy this niche, occupy this gap in the information. Is it clear? Any question? This is really very important. Any questions? Any doubts?
This is for our, this is information is if you want to make an essay. But in the case of history, if we are going to prepare a book with different chapters, okay? For we have
a collection
to,
of essays. It's a collection of essays. You are the writer of a chapter, but this chapter is made out of a collection of essays along the centuries.
Okay.
Yes? So every paper needs and requires an introduction. Yes?
Okay.
Okay? Yes? Okay. So occupying the niche. Examples. The increasing interest in feminism has heightened the need for further research. Yes. However, little attention has been paid to the situation of children in schools in the 16th century, as an example. Yes. The purpose of the present paper is to, and then I occupy the niche. Yes. Set the territory, number 1. 2, find the gap in the information. Yes. I empiezo con however. Number 3, the purpose. Yes. What you're specifically going to deal with in your paper. Okay. Is it clear? The thesis statement, yes, which would be your second movement, yes. It contains this limitation, this gap in the information that you want to enlarge or improve, yes. The writer's limited subject, opinion, or attitude, which will be discussed in the body of the essay, yes. This is the second move, the second move. Okay? Is it clear? Okay. There is somebody who is speaking at home. I will silence the microphone, yes, because it's going to be recorded. Yeah, I think it was Patricia. Okay. So the complete thesis statements, yes. No, it goes on. The talking goes on. If you have any questions, you can participate. I don't know who is talking. Don't you know? No. Silenciar. Okay. No, it's already. Okay. They are all silenced. Okay. Don't know. Okay. So the complete thesis statements, yes, contained the limited essay topic. Yes. So it has to do with the limitations that you have with this writing. Are arguable, yes, because you leave the door open for another position. Yes, it must be as objective as possible, but somebody else's could think or could prove something different. Okay, and this must be stated. Yes, it's arguable. Yes. There is another thing when we establish the purpose is that we have to show the method. Yes, which method are you going to use? Yes, and show the audience of the paper, show the purpose of the paper. Yes, the body paragraphs. We're going to start with topic sentences. What is a topic sentence? It's just one sentence, yes, which is going to be the first sentence of each paragraph of your writing, yes. These topic sentences are kind of titles, yes, although they are especially included within the paragraph, yes. Try to follow the very same topic that your topic sentence is going to deliver. Why? Because this is going to prepare the mind of your reader to know what he or she is going to find in this paragraph, yes? So these topic sentences always follow the map, yes? Remember what I've said in the first image, yes? Message, audience, purpose. We have a map. We have to write thinking about this, yes? The message, what I want to convey, yes? Thinking about which is the addressee, and the purpose, okay? What I want to write, what I want to establish in this specific paragraphs, yes? And then the transitions, as we were speaking before, it is really very important, the use of connectors, yes? In each paragraph must start with a linker, introducing each subtopic. Each subtopic. There must be relevant and convincing, yes? There must be supported, and they must be coherent, yes? A closing remark showing the relevance of the support, yes? The support meaning the citations, yes? Fulanito has argued, has stated, yes? Has posited, yes? This is something yes, which provides relevance. The most important, the author I quote, the most supported my writing would be, yes? So it is really very important, yes? I have to establish a point. In each paragraph, yes, must have a name, yes, a message, yes, a subtopic, yes. The evidence, yes, must be present. This point must be provided with evidence. As Fulanito said that, yes, okay. As Fulanito said, this evidence must be present. And of course, the explanation. So keep this, yes. I have to establish a point, but it must be supported with evidence and explanation. And the conclusion. The first thing of all is that nothing new in the conclusion, nothing, yes. We can't include anything that hasn't been explained, supported, and developed.
Antes de continuar, necesito que aceptes algunas condiciones.
And developed during the whole paper. Yes, never anything new in the conclusion. Yes, I can use authors. I have to repeat myself so that I can prove. Yes, I can prove. If children worked in the 16th century, that implies that the children were not protected in general. So 16th century children were unprotected. Yes, kind of syllogism. Yes, this would prove on itself. Yes, that would be a summary of the main points. Of course, what I want to prove, summary of the main points, and a final comment. It is considered by some authors that really your part, your elaboration is the conclusion. For that reason, conclusions are so important, okay? Conclusions are really very important, yes? Because this is your creation. You can invent or you can select the syllogisms so that your conclusions could be clear and understood and supported by everyone. Yes, but it's really your work, because it doesn't matter who said what you've written. Obviously, you agreed with this writer because you consider that he was right. So, although I made somebody else said what I wanted to say, yes, we know that it's you confirming that. And I think that's the last thing. I hope this is clear. I would, you can open your microphones and ask me whatever you don't understand, my darlings. Any questions? Any doubts? Any questions, any doubts?
Could you repeat, please, in the conclusion, a paraphrase of the thesis?
Yes, a paraphrase of the thesis. Of course, that you're going to prove something. Yes, of course, you have to start proving this. O sea, it is considered that the participation of the students in the Zoom classes would be a great influence or determinant for the students' learning. Yes, okay. This is my thesis. Yes.
Okay.
So I want to prove this. So, considering the participation of the students, or considering if the participation of the students in the Zoom classes and the positive results, as Fulanito said, hago un resumen de lo que dije antes, ¿sí? Puedo escribir 100 páginas, ¿sí? De un montón de lo que dijo uno, de lo que dijo el otro, qué sé yo. Yo selecciono lo que me pareció fundamental para que después la conclusión me quede algo, ¿sí? Que se deduzca solo. Es un resumen de todas esas teorías que yo estuve investigando, de todos esos autores que yo estuve investigando. Y
Okay.
la conclusión final, lo que redondeo, eso es lo mío. Aunque se lo haga decir a otro, ¿sí? Aunque se lo haga decir a otro porque no puedo ser tan assertive, ¿sí? Tan segura de mí misma. Ay, sí, porque las clases de Zoom son lo mejor. ¿Y lo dijo quién? Eso. No, tengo que hacérselo decir a un big shot, a alguien que sea investigador, a alguien que sea un autor reconocido, a los filósofos antiguos y a un montón de cosas que tengo que hacer esas relaciones y tengo que hacer esas conexiones. Mientras más importante y más reconocido en la academia, más peso va a tener mi paper. ¿Sí? Quiero chequear el tiempo porque nos quedan unos minutitos todavía. Así que quiero redondear con esto, si no cortamos y volvemos a entrar, pero quiero que me pregunten absolutamente todo.
The introduction and the conclusion, we are going to do it at the end of the course,
the thing
right?
is that you have already started with the body, yes?
Yes.
First of all, always the body, yes? Then, as soon as you have already discovered what to research about, yes, you write the conclusion, yes, with the thesis, with the gap of the information. As an answer of this question in your thesis is the conclusion, yes. But to write the conclusion, you need all the things in the body to go back, summarize them, and get to your own conclusions and answer your research question. Without answering your question, this would not be a conclusion. Yes, so be careful with that. Yes, I'm not going to be as strict as the university, but this is really very important. Yes, you are going to write, you're going to be authors. Yes, and this is really very important. I have something in the chat. It's not me, said Patricia. Okay. Okay. Any questions, any doubts? Remember that for next class, what you would have to do is with the body that you have started writing, you have to prepare the introduction. So you have to follow this. I'm recording it so that I can upload it at the platform, yes? Remember that if you can't find it in the platform, you can find it in YouTube, yes, with my name. Because sometimes in the platform, the videos are so heavy that sometimes I upload it and then the link is broken, something of the sort, yes? But follow carefully all the instructions, yes, so that you avoid several attempts till these are ready. Other important things, we have 4 more minutes, 3, is that try to find all the Western thinkers, yes? For example, if you're going to write about feminism, use Beauvoir. If you're going to write about political things, political matters, you can't do it without Machiavelli, yes? And Kierkegaard, David Ricardo for economics, yes? I will share a document prepared, I really prepared some, and then all other contributors, my students, uploaded several materials that, of course, that you can use, okay? In several websites. But it's important to make reference to the big shots, because this is going to be sounded. Your paper is going to sound, yes, to be round, yes, and to be very well supported. Okay, any other questions, my darlings? Okay, we have 2 minutes. I will end it and we start again so that we start with a bit of paradigm, yes, with the notion of paradigm.
Rosa,
So,
Balvin
yes.
didn't have internet. That's why she left.
Oh, who, my dear, has left?
Balvanera.
Ah, okay. Okay, well, I am recording this so that she doesn't mean the explanation, yes? Hope it goes okay. Well, it's about to cut it out, yes? So I finish and I start again so that the video, it's in parts at least, okay? Okay,